just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail, right? Generation entitled. This is gonna be a mixture of a few stories. So of course you see 50 Cent's son Marquise Jackson. There's a story of Fabulous who told his daughter happy birthday, and then his stepdaughter came online dissing him. And excuse me. And then there's the story of quote unquote Jalen Rose, which I talked about. So I wound up getting off late yesterday. Me and my lady were talking about some of these things. And she saw how his son went on TMZ and says he's extending an olive branch. And my lady believes love can conquer all. And I'm not going to disagree with her on that. But I was telling her that sometimes it's not love. Sometimes the entitlement goes too far. And this is what I mean. One of the things I was telling her, when a person builds up a wall, it's their responsibility to tear it down. So if a person calls you and you don't answer the phone, if a person comes by to see you and when they get there, you run and hide, if a person runs into you in public and y'all see each other and they leave, it's not it becomes your responsibility as the person who didn't answer the phone, who left when they showed up, who didn't want to answer the door when they came to your house. It's your responsibility to knock that wall down. You don't get to say, well, you can say whatever you want. I think it's just arrogant to say, you know what, I'm extending you an olive branch. I'm ready to talk now. No, you've already built up all of this animosity on your own. You got to be the one to break it down. You know, it's the arrogance. Same thing with the stepdaughter, Fabulous' stepdaughter. It's the arrogance. So now people want to benefit off of a person, disrespect a person. And when I'm talking about entitlement, don't think, one of the things I'm not talking about necessarily is money. What I'm talking about is sometimes people who are entitled, and I'm bringing up the Jalen Rose thing, they feel like they're entitled to disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? They're entitled to use you. They're entitled to manipulate you. They're entitled to paint you as the villain. And somehow, it's all good. And if they say, okay, I don't feel like doing that no more, we good now, then it's like, you think it's over? Like, you really think it's over? As much effort as you put in, throwing dirt on someone's name, you think because you woke up one morning and say, okay, I'm done. That's it. No. And that's the part that's bad. Like we were talking about it, and I was like, think about this. Young man does an interview. It takes, it gets legs. Then he gets his mother there. They double down on the interview. Diss him. Then that gets a little legs. And then post on Instagram the entitled picture and say, I'll pay you $6,700 to spend a day with you. And then he goes on TMZ and says, I'm open to it. I'll extend the conversation. I'm reaching out an olive branch. And I was telling my lady, I was like, not once did he apologize. That tells a lot. Not once did he say, you know what, I probably shouldn't have said this or shouldn't have said that. Looking back on it, when I got all the response I got, I'm probably tripping about a few things. I'm wrong about some things. But not one apology, not 1 ounce of humility, not 1 ounce of, it could be me. it comes off as arrogance because, well, this is where I'm at and I'm right. And it's like, nobody, what? The whole world had to tell you was dead wrong, and you still can't say, my bad, I'm tripping, I'm sorry. I didn't even look at it that way. The whole world. So it's like generation entitled, because I said, when people do stuff like that, let's just say they did go out to dinner. The minute that young man starts, down the path of disrespect, he's probably gonna get socked in the face. Because it's like, man, look, you're not wasting my time again. And I think a lot of what's going on is, like I said, this idea that I could disrespect you an infinite amount of times because I just feel like I'm mad. Well, you're not the only one mad. You're not the only one that, quote unquote, is hurt. You're not the only one that got disrespected. You're not the only one that, quote unquote, your father didn't burn a bridge. You burned a bridge too. Let's just say it that way. And if you can't see that, then it's really nothing to talk about. Because when people get so entitled that they can't even see themselves, on worldwide, when people viewing you as being wrong and you can't even see it, then you're the problem. And your entitlement has become a monster. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Trying to catch you on the next one. Peace.